Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nicola. I'm a mum of two and I make videos about all things lifestyle. And today is a what I eat in a day video. And I film these quite regularly, probably once a month or once every other month. I'll link a few of my past ones below if you've not seen them before. But I have been, well, I was following Weight Watchers last year and got to my goal weight in October and have been maintaining pretty much ever since. I've recently joined back up to the app just to keep track a little bit because over the summer, you know, things got away with me. I didn't put on much weight, but a little bit here and there, so I thought it would be quite a good idea to just keep track a little bit, especially running up to Christmas because there's so many yummy things to eat. I must say I have definitely already started on the mince pies. But yeah, so I thought I would anyway film a what I eat in a day for you today. I always film the same thing when it comes to breakfast. I think just about all of my videos I've started off with either poached eggs or pancakes, and it's probably getting a bit boring for you. I love to have poached eggs for my breakfast, it's my favourite thing, but I thought I would change it up a little bit today. So I am making a carrot and banana mug cake, which is actually on the Weight Watchers website. It's one of their recipes. So I'm going to do that now. And I'll talk you through what I'm going to do. It's just a slightly different thing to have for breakfast. I thought it might be quite nice today. It's a bit miserable outside, as it has been for the last God knows how long. It seems to just rain constantly. So I thought it'd be a nice warming thing to have for my breakfast. So this is what we have for the mug cake. So you need a mug, one that is microwavable. This is a very old one from Primark, and I'm going to use this one. So for this recipe you need a mashed banana, you need a ½ teaspoon of cinnamon and a ¼ teaspoon of mixed spice. I didn't have mixed spice, so I'll just put a bit of ginger and a bit of nutmeg in there. 2 tablespoons of self-raising flour, 20 grams of grated carrot and an egg. And basically we're just going to put all of these ingredients into the bowl, give it a mix, stick it in my cup and put it in the microwave, and that is it. And it's very easy and simple. It takes a little bit of prep obviously, but then so do most breakfasts, so it's not a big deal. And then you need to spray, before you put it in, you need to spray your mug with some low calorie cooking spray. I like the butter one, although they seem to have stopped selling it. I can't find it anywhere, but I've got a little bit left over, so I'm going to use that. So yeah, and then we'll see what it looks like at the end.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do. I never think.
So there's me mug cake. I'm going to put it into the microwave for 2.5 minutes. Where are we? 2.5, and there we go. And then we'll have a nice cake for breakfast. Obviously you don't have to have it for breakfast, you give it any time. And there are loads of different ones you could do. There's chocolate ones, there's an apple crumble one, I think. There is, I've made a lemon and blueberry one before. You can just do a vanilla one and put some hundreds of thousands in it, make it a bit birthday cakey, all sorts. So you can still have cake and be on Weight Watchers. I think this one, it says on the app it's 5 points. It has got a suggestion of putting, I'm going to put some Greek yogurt on top, and it says that you can mix some honey in with that Greek yogurt, and I think there's a point in that honey, which I'm not going to put honey with my Greek yogurt because I'm not a fan of it, but if you do, then it's 5 points. I think if you don't, then I think it's 4, so I'm going to count 4 for this cake. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to eating it. So this is my cake. Now it's come out of the microwave. It doesn't look particularly appetizing. They are a little bit rubbery, but if you put, you know, some Greek yogurt with it, then hey, it still tastes pretty good. I've used quite a big cup, so it's obviously only come up part way. If you used a smaller cup, then it would come up nicely over the top. But it does mean I've got room for a nice bit of yogurt, so I'm going to just put that on now. And there we have it. I've just sprinkled a little bit of cinnamon on top because I'm a big fan of the cinnamon. So I'm going to have that now with a cup of tea for my breakfast. And then I'm going to get to making dinner because I'm going to put dinner in the slow cooker. But I'll talk you through that in just a second. Right, I've just finished my mug cake. That was so filling, it really was. I almost struggled to finish it. But yeah, really nice. So hopefully that will keep me going for a while today. So I'm just going to make our dinner. Now this is a recipe that I actually put on my blog a couple of years ago, so I will link it below so you've got all the details. It's actually an old Rosemary Connolly recipe. Is she still a thing? I'm not sure. She's still around? Anyway, if you don't know, if you're not old like me, she used to be like a keep fit guru in the day. I think it came from, actually I've got the recipe here, you'll see, look. This is how often we've cooked this. Look how old and torn this recipe is. But it's from the Asda Healthy Living. I don't even know whether that's a thing anymore. But anyway, that's where I got the recipe from. And we have had this casserole. This is like a winter beef casserole. And we have had this so much. We probably have it once every week or once every other week throughout the winter. And we've had it on Christmas Eve and fed 10 people. Obviously not with this quantity, but we've made double or triple even and fed lots of people. And it's so easy. I mean, it takes quite a bit of preparation, and I've made it in the slow cooker once before and I wasn't 100% sure, but I need to make it in the slow cooker today because it takes about half an hour to prep and then it takes an hour and a half to 2 hours in the oven. And I am going to pick up Phoebe at 3 o'clock today, and then she has acro and swimming, and we're not back till 6:30. So at 6:30 it's too late to make it, and at 3 o'clock it's too early to put it in the oven. So I'm going to do it in the slow cooker and we'll see how it turns out. I'm hoping it will turn out a bit better than it did last time, but it still tasted nice. So yeah, this is the ingredients that you need, and then I'll link the recipe below as I said, and then I'll just do a time lapse of me making it because I'm not going to talk all the way through it because that's dull. Anyway, so there is, I've got 600 grams here of diced beef. You can, to be honest, I usually use a smaller pack, but they only had these in Tesco when I was buying them, so I got a bigger pack. 2 rashers of bacon, some old potatoes. It says old potatoes as opposed to new potatoes, I think, so like white potatoes. A swede, a couple of carrots, a couple of sticks of celery, soy sauce, an onion, some fruit chutney, whatever you fancy, kidney beans, a tin of whole mushrooms, button mushrooms, and then bay leaves, garlic salt, ground cinnamon, nutmeg and thyme, and some beef stock. And basically you stick it all in and put it in the slow cooker, and then when it's done you add a little bit of corn flour to thicken it up, and that's it. Simple as that. So it just does take a little bit of prep to get all these veggies done and put in there, but it's the same with any casserole really. The prep is worse than the actual cooking. So I'm going to do that now, and then our dinner will be ready for tonight, so that'll be a treat. take as long as half an hour, and I've just put that on low and it'll be on there for about 8 hours or so, just bubbling away nicely, and we'll all be ready to eat when we get home at 6:30. To be honest, I don't use my slow cooker anywhere near as often as I should. It's so much easier to do it and then to get home and just have a nice meal ready. Unfortunately, the children don't really eat casseroles and things like that very often. They won't eat this. This is just for Andrew and myself. So yeah, it just means we have to cook more than once, but then we do that most days anyway. So yeah, this is our dinner tonight. I'm not 100% sure what the Weight Watchers points are. I'm going to put it into the app to work it out. So when we have it later and I get it out and show you, I will put the points on the screen then. So yeah, that's it for now. I'm going to get on with my day's work and clear up the mess that I've just created, and I'll catch you in a bit. So it is now 12:30 and I'm just going to put some lunch on. I'm all about the gadgets today. I'm going to use my soup maker, which I use occasionally, not a lot, but more in the winter probably than the summer. And I'm going to make a vegetable soup. It's really simple, straightforward to do. I have just looked on the Weight Watchers app to find out how much this soup is that I make. Oh, bless you, that was the dog. Because it's a little confusing. So I use this vegetable soup mix from Tesco. You can obviously make your own soup mix and include nothing that would need to count points. There is potato in this. Now, I can't believe there's that much potato in here. There's 720 grams worth of veg in here. There is swede and carrot and onion, parsley and potato. But if you put this into the app, it comes up at 6 points per 100 grams. There's 700 grams here. There's no way that this is 42 points. No way. So I think the problem is the app will count everything, and obviously we don't count vegetables other than potatoes and a few others. So I am going to discount that, and I am going to count probably, I'm going to allow 3 points for the potatoes in here. No, I'll say 4 just to be on the safe side. 4 points for the potato in here, 3 points for the stock. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7 points. 7 points, and it makes 3 servings. So I'm just going to count 2 points per serving. And hopefully that will be about right. But it's very filling, and actually I'm still quite full from that mug cake this morning, which is unusual. I'm never full. So yeah, so I'm just going to make this. I'll show you what I do. So I'm going to add, this is hard, I'm going to put this here so that you can see what I'm doing. So this is my soup kettle. I'm going to add, there's onion already in here. You can do your own onion, but I'm going to add a little bit of garlic to this and a little bit of ginger just to add a bit of flavour. And then I'm going to saute those. I've got this kettle where you've got the saute option on here, which I think is really good. So you could put a bit of bacon in this if you wanted to add a bit of more flavour. You could add more onion, as I mentioned, but I'm just going to put that. So I'm just going to fry those off quickly. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to get my stock ready. Just going to put some cumin in just to add a bit of flavour. And a little bit of chilli powder as well. Give it a stir. Salt and pepper. And that's done. So now I just have to wait for that to finish. It takes 21 minutes and then it just keeps it warm after that. It's brilliant actually. I did buy one of these for my mum and dad. I don't think they've ever used it though, but it's great if you just want to have, you know, a nice fresh soup. I've never really been much more adventurous really than just a vegetable one, but there are loads of recipes that come with it, and if you go online you can get books, I think, for soup mixers with loads of really good recipes, but great for quick, easy, low point lunches. And so yeah, I'm just going to wait for that to cook. I would usually take the dog for a walk, but I've already done that today, so I'm just going to crack on with a bit of work and then enjoy my soup when it's ready. So there is my 2-point soup, and I've just done a bagel thin to go with it, which is 4 points, because I always feel I need some sort of bread or something to go with my soup. So that's that, and there's 2 there to go in the fridge so we can have over the weekend, but I'm going to look forward to having that now. It is now 6:30 and I am home from swimming, with that one, and just getting ready to have our casserole. So I've taken the lid off, I'll show you. So the downside with doing it in the slow cooker is that the beef all breaks up really small. So you can see it's all broken up really small there, and it stays quite whole when you do it in the oven, because it's obviously it's not cooking for so long. I guess if you put it on for slightly less time, then it might be better. But that's fine, it still tastes nice. So it's quite watery when it's done in the slow cooker as well, and even actually when it's in the oven it needs thickening, so I just add a bit of corn flour to it just to thicken it up. I've done a little bit already, so that's just a second bit. And basically that's it. And I did check, I put the recipe into the Weight Watchers app, and this is 4 servings. You probably could get 6 out of it actually, but I've said this is 4 just to be on the safe side, and it is 6 points per serving. So that's really good actually for a good meal. You don't really need anything with it. We have had bread with it in the past, but that's just an additional calories that you really don't need. It's got everything in there, and yeah, it's really nice. So we're going to have that now, and that's 6 points for my tea. Oh, and yes, I did mention earlier I went to Dancing with Phoebe and I had one of these. I didn't take my camera, so I didn't film that, but I had one of these, which is 3 points, a crispy roll and a cup of tea for my afternoon snack. If you're interested, if you've not seen, I did a video on Weight Watchers tips, and I did sort of 10 tips for sticking to your plan, and snacks was one thing that I put in there. So if you haven't seen that, I will link it below. It's worth watching because, yeah, it's lots of little things that I've learnt over the year or so I've been doing Weight Watchers, and some tips that you might appreciate. It's just gone 8:15 and we're just settling down to watch some telly, and there's a puzzle going on over here. Fire's on, and I have got my favourite thing to eat in the evenings, which is this, which is a bowl of Greek yoghurt, frozen berries, obviously not frozen anymore, and some of the Aldi 7 nut, I think it's called Super Nutty granola. There's about 3 points worth of granola in there, and everything else is 0. So it's a 3 points for finishing my day. I've also got a cup of tea. So yeah, I'm going to sign off. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down here if you're not already, and I will see you next time. Bye.